If you've never used a track saw before, this video will walk you through the basics, how it works, how to set it up, and how to make your first clean cuts without guessing. All right, Nana, what's the number one thing we got to do before we start adjusting that saw?
Take out the battery.
Exactly. We're always trying to remind ourselves of this because battery-powered tools, you tend to forget. There's no cord, so you can easily just forget, and the thing has power, you can get hurt.
That's true.
We put the track saw on the track. One of the things we got to check for is to see, is it snug? So give it a wiggle, see if it's going to move around at all.
Oh, it does.
All right, not good, because if we left it like that, we would not have a straight cut. Depending on as you follow the saw, as you're pushing it through the cut, it could be really sloppy. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust what's called the track cam adjustment cams. So you see those two dials?
These two?
Not those two, but the one there, the front, and there's another one all the way up front.
Oh,
you see it? Yeah. So those are the cam adjustment dials. Go ahead and turn those clockwise to see if we can get some of that slop out.
Okay. Both of them?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then go ahead and try to see if it wiggles. Okay.
Nope.
See if you can push.
No.
Oh, too much, right? So let's go ahead and adjust that because we need to be able to slide the saw. We're just trying to take out as much as that wiggle as we can. How's that feel?
Okay, I can
Is
slide
that good?
it. Oh, but it still wiggles.
Okay.
Okay, now it's not wiggling.
Okay.
Oh, and I can slide it
Nice. Okay, good. All right, and then the other control that you were pointing to earlier, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
now. This one?
Yep, that one right there. So that's actually called the anti-tilt feature on the Milwaukee track saw.
Okay.
Its purpose is anytime you're going to do a bevel cut, you want to basically almost like lock the track saw to the track. So because of the weight, when we tilt the track saw, there's a lot of weight, and it's going to want to fall off of the track. So the way you engage it is you push down on the button, and then you rotate counterclockwise, and then that should be engaged. So go ahead and try to lift the saw up. Okay, feel that?
Yeah,
So it's actually engaged. So if we actually were doing a bevel cut, that would help assist you in keeping the saw stable and it doesn't fall off.
And you only use it for a bevel?
Only for bevel, exactly. Yep, it'll give you a much better bevel cut and also be a lot more safer. To disengage, you just do the opposite. When push the button and turn it clockwise. And then lift it up, and there you go.
Okay. Cool.
That's it. Next up is the scoring stop button. You see that button there next with the little arrow on it? Yep. Go ahead and push that up. And now go ahead and push the saw down, and you should feel like it's like stopping really soon, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what that's doing is just setting up for a scoring pass where you're going to cut maybe the top layer of the plywood. In this case, we work with a lot of birch, and so we want cleaner cuts when we're going to build like cabinets and things like that. So we'll do a scoring pass first, then we'll disengage it, and then we'll do a full cut. And that's where we showed the other setting there. That's it. Another setting on the track saw is called the variable speed dial. So you see that dial there? It has the number 1 there.
This one?
Mm-hmm. So there's up to 6 positions there. Positions 1 and 2 is what you use when you're going to cut plastics and acrylics according to the manufacturer.
Okay.
Now go ahead and let's move it to 3 and 4. Really easy to operate. And so as you get there, what we're looking for then is when you're going to cut like hardwoods like cherry, walnut, those types of woods. The position 5 is for melamine and laminates. And then finally 6, the most common one that we use because we cut plywood, is number 6. Another cool feature on this track saw, it's called the splinter guard right here.
Okay.
Go ahead and let's operate that knob right above it and loosen it. Turn it counterclockwise.
Oh, it slid.
There you go. And so now this came down. And what we're looking for is to make sure this guard is touching the surface here. Once it is, go ahead and tighten that down.
Oh, to hold it in place.
To hold it in place, yep. And basically you're set. What it's doing is as you make a cut, the seal on the track is preventing the fibers from coming up as the blade comes through it. And this is preventing the fibers coming up on the outcut side.
Okay.
We're going to do what we call zero depth. So Nana's going to go ahead and plunge the saw to where it just touches that foam. And what we call that is zeroing the saw, or zero depth. Next step is, while holding the saw at the 0 clearance mark, go ahead and adjust the depth gauge up to the stop.
All right.
Or go ahead and move it up. Yep.
So press this in, push it up.
All right, now you can release the saw.
Okay.
And now adjust the depth gauge about 1/8 inch down. It's about maybe 2 hash marks.
Press it back in, go down 2 notches.
There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about when you put the saw on the track. One of the things you want to make sure of is when you're wanting to plunge the saw, you want to go back far enough to where your blade is going to be in front of the wood. Okay, so go ahead and show us that. Go ahead and plunge that down. And you see how the blade is there. It's not engaging the wood yet, but that's how you want to start. In other words, you want to start your saw, you'll run the saw up to full speed, you'll plunge, then you'll go forward and engage the wood. This is quite a distance back, but this just exaggerates it, so the point of it not starting on the wood, you're starting before the wood.
Okay.
Now, one thing I always watch out for is go ahead and bring the saw back up and then pull it back to where it almost like you can start feeling it coming off. See that? That's where the saw is not engaged with the track. You never want to start like that. You'll have a terrible cut. You might even get some kickback. But you feel that now?
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
2 cams need to be on the
Right.
track.
Yeah, if you go back too far, one of the cams is not going to be engaged, so
Right.
now you're going to have slop in it.
Okay.
So-
Start
right.
it first.
Start it
before you
first.
plunge it.
Yep. Then plunge, and then push forward.
Okay.
Okay? Because you want the blade to be rotating
Yeah,
at
makes
full
sense.
speed before it engages the wood.
And-
So anytime I'm using a track saw with the dust extractor, I move it to the side of me.
Oh, okay. Is that so I don't get tripped up in it or pull down the saw?
Exactly. Awesome. Now that we got the dust extractor on the side of us, the next thing we want to do is position the hose.
Yep. Get that, put it around like this, cross, and then out from under my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that looks
that'll
good.
work.
No, I like that. So now
Okay.
let's go ahead and just do a quick dry run just by pushing the saw down the track as if you were, actually doing a cut. And then what this does is allows you to kind of practice without the saw running, right? That's when it
Right.
gets scary. At least for me it does. I get really nervous when the tool's running. I want to give it a little dry run before I do that. So that way I
Yeah.
have a good feel of the speed.
And without the battery.
path, without the battery, exactly. And you're also checking to see, are you going to have any snags? Do you have enough hose? Is the dust
Yeah.
extractor positioned correctly? That sort of thing. And so, yeah, you just kind of validate it.
Yeah, I do.
All right, perfect.
All right.
All right, we are ready to do our first scoring pass.
Okay.
So let's go through the checks. Battery in,
Yep. Gotta have the battery.
scoring stop set.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. Check your vacuum to the
Yep.
side.
It's to the
That looks
side.
good. All right.
underneath.
Go ahead and position the hose. Very good. Remember, as you
Okay.
go through, right, first you're going to do is you're going to start up the saw, get it full speed, then you'll plunge, right?
Right.
And we're far enough back where the blade's going to
Not touch the
not
wood.
touch the wood. Yeah, we're going to be in front of the wood. Good. Go ahead and start the saw up.
Oh, start the.
Oh, vacuum.
Vacuum?
Yeah. Turn the vacuum on. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. All right, go ahead and back it up. Make sure the blade's behind or in front of the wood. Yep. Now release the scoring stop. Good.
Got that.
Looks good. All right.
Okay.
Position. Yep. Everything's good. Yep.
Okay. Here we go again.
Yep. Remember,
Full
walk
check.
behind the saw. Yep.
Voila.
Sweet, look at that.
Easy.
Awesome job.